believe in someone. We all need somebody to believe in us. And I gotta be honest with myself. When I look at some of my content, it's uh, it's pretty abysmal when it comes to my own issues and things I'm dealing with. A lot of my content is kind of like a video journal. Kind of goes to it talks about things that I'm dealing with currently, and it also talks about stuff that I'm trying to overcome. Trying to be a good person, trying to be a decent person, but realizing uh, that I can't do it alone. That's another aspect of it. So I wanted to shine a light on certain topics that are kind of overlooked on my channel because of the nature of my content. So in the past, there were women who believed in me, women specifically, and I have to call them out. Um, I have to say at least something about them because I don't want to end up being hypocritical. I don't want to just focus. I want to focus primarily on men's issues because this is a man's channel, and I don't really understand the issues of women. But I also want to be sympathetic to the issues of women and just understand that there are actual decent women out there. I have a video series called "The Sacred Feminine Heroine," and I talk about how some women will actually like. There's actually good women. There's women who have good character and they treat people decently. In fact, there's a lady when I was going through and I was having hard times. There's a lady that I owe quite a lot to. This was just a stranger that I happened to meet uh, maybe a week, 2 weeks prior. Um, I owe quite a lot to her, and she was very invaluable to my life. Um, so, with that, I'll say, as much as I say things about uh, the darker natures of women on this channel, I want to help people understand that that's the smaller scale of things, right? When you go out bigger and bigger, there's a lot of that's just the lower. What is that? That's the lower. It's a lower frequency of being a human. That's the lower frequency of actually existing, right? That's the survival mode. A lot of these issues that we're having with women and men, they're based off of survival mode people who are kind of like in this selfish me mine kind of mode. When you go higher up in levels, they're actually like I think what men are capable of, what women are capable of. Because the lower frequency man, meaning like when you don't have a lot of laws in place or when you don't have law and order, and when you just have guys who are rabid dogs, right? Men who, instead of taking the pain and working it for everyone else's good, they just spread the hate, spread the the darkness. So uh, I recognize this is not really a good time in history. A lot of people are isolated through social media. There's a lot of people that are living far away from their family because they feel like there's a threat to their life from the sneeze or from the from that famous beer virus going around, right? So there's also people who are kind of at their wits end emotionally, spiritually. There's a lot of people suffering with depression, a lot of people suffering with dark thoughts. There's a lot of people who, um, honestly, all they need is a word of encouragement. When I was at my lowest parts, there were women who were actually pulling me out of like the pits, the darkest fires. Um, there were uh, some men, some of my friends, um, but just wanted to know there were a lot of women specifically who pulled me out. of the darkest parts of my life. Um, and I never forgot them. And I don't think there was enough that I could do to thank them. Um, but I guess this video is made in their honor, in the respect for the people who've come, what I would say the guardians, right? I made videos about the guardians, videos about sacred feminine heroines, and that was probably the inspiration for the sacred feminine heroine. Anyways, that being said, let me say this: um, find someone who you believe in, find someone who you can rally behind as a person, someone who you can do things for and kind of quietly help them along. Uh, Talk to them, check in on them, things like that. Support them. I know you probably don't really talk to them all that much, but just check in and see how they're doing. Because one of the things that I wish I could get from the people who are closest to me, um, even the people who are slightly further away, but then still my friends, still whatever, right? Just from a distance. Um, Especially during these times with what people are going through silently without talking about it. Um, Find someone to believe in, find someone to get behind, be the extra fuel for that person to keep them propelling forward and conquering their issues, conquering their problems. Find that find that bit of compassion. I know there's a lot of uh, people out there who think that because of social media, it kind of like skews our thinking. We end up thinking the average person is just this modern woman trope, right? Which I understand what the trope is, and I understand the reasoning behind it, and I understand the trope behind guys are this and they want is this thing, right? Um, I think we need to overlook certain aspects of the sound bites that are just repeated, because at the end of the day, a lot of people just need someone to believe in. They need someone to believe in them and to believe that they're capable of something more, whether that's from their behavior, from their character, from their talents, from uh, their career aspirations. We all need someone to believe in us and to see the side of us that we a lot of times we don't even see in ourselves. So I'm encouraging anyone who watches this video, and I've noticed that a lot of my videos that I actually share like messages that are more spiritual. I don't really get a lot of views, but if you find someone who you can actually believe in, like legitimately believe in, rally behind them, get behind them, support them, um, because yeah, it's not really all that easy out there, and I understand that, especially for men. I understand with the loneliness and the getting a girlfriend and just working on yourself and trying to become that better version of yourself. And I understand women, they have their issues too, and they're trying to become the better version of themselves. And you get some of them, maybe they're just acting like clowns, whatever. I think on both sides we need um, on both sides. I think we need to figure out how to get um, rally behind each other and rally behind someone who we can support and just uplift from an individual level. On the grander scale, um, just realize that a lot of this stuff was inevitable. It wasn't something that we could really fight against. I mean, you just have a lot of sophisticated, very analytical minds behind the the cataclysm in the in the gender world, and just in the social uh, in the current social world we got now. It wasn't really something we could fully completely destroy. All we can really do is just help out where we can on a small scale, and then that kind of like spreads out. to an infinite amount of good. Now, I'm not saying turn into a simp. I'm not saying that the stuff that I'm saying is not true. I'm not trying to recant anything. All I'm saying is um, find someone to believe in, find someone to rally behind, and support them, rally behind them, give them encouragement. Just find someone who you can give that positive energy to, and don't do it for gain. Don't do it for something. Just do it. Try to find someone where you can actually just do it for straight compassion, where you actually believe in them. Because at the end of the day, what I'm starting to realize is a lot of my pain, a lot of my issues and the stuff that I'm trying to heal and deal with, the people who criticize me, the people who didn't understand me, the people who all they could see was my faults or my failures. The only thing I wanted for the large part is for someone to believe in me, right? During all that stuff. And I noticed whenever I had someone who actually believed in me, a lot of times that would transform how I would actually do things and would make me want to do things even better. So I think I don't know, maybe the content could change up in that direction, but we need to find reasons to believe in people. We need to believe in specific groups, and we need to believe in individuals specifically. I mean, that as well. Find someone to believe in, find someone to get behind, and don't stop believing in them. Don't give up on them. Believe in someone.